What's up, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. What's good, Doofus? What's good, Amy? I'm actually finishing up some solder work here, and then we'll jump into the actual stream. Guys, welcome in. How we doing tonight? What's good, Ashton? Happy Valentine's Day, bro. Although I guess it was Valentine's Day for you like yesterday. Alright, there's that one. And then we got one more to do as well. Yeah, it was for you yesterday. My bad, bro. I missed it. I should have told you Happy Valentine's Day. Eli, what's good, bro? How we doing on YouTube? That a little bit better. Nice, looking good, guys. Looking good. We can put this to the side. We won't need that, I don't think, anymore. And then we'll jump into the rest of this. Looks like TikTok chat is finally getting up there in viewership. Guys, welcome in. Happy Valentine's Day. Welcome to the Chill Controller Building stream tonight. I think we're good. Alright, we can actually move this to the side too. We won't need that for just a second. We can start on the actual build. Guys, welcome in. Happy Valentine's Day. My name is Mr. Grip. I'm actually the Augustin. What's good, bro? I'm actually the owner of Get a Grip Gaming, which is your one-stop shop for anything you need controller-wise for upping your gameplay. We do lots of cool stuff. If you guys are curious and want to see your customized controller, right now we just customized PS5, but if you guys want to head to our website, that is linked in the TikTok bio. And for those of you on YouTube, you guys can check us out at getagripgaming.com. Getagripgaming.com. Eli wants to know, do you guys sell the controller parts? Which parts specifically, brother? What are you looking for? Appreciate all the likes, guys. Appreciate all the likes. Happy Valentine's Day. Anyone have a fun Valentine's Day story they want to share in chat? Chris, appreciate that follow, brother. Welcome in. I'm always wondering when you're on here. Yeah, Mr. Grip. That is my legal birth name, you know? Yeah, I'm on here pretty much whenever. I've got a really busy schedule, so it really just depends on when I would go live with stuff. Alright, we need to grab the inserts for this, guys. It's going to be a cool shell, though. They got a lot of purple and orange going on, like the light purple. It's going to look sweet. I'm grabbing the inserts right now. Landon, appreciate that follow, brother. The back button and mouse click mods? Yeah, we do, Eli. Eli, you're going to want to go to our website, which is getagripgaming.com, and send us a custom message. If you really wanted to do that DIY, or if you wanted to get those like in wholesale. Codster, appreciate that follow, man. You got a really funny note from your friend? That's funny, bro. You gotta love friends like that. Thanks, Augustin. What's your question, brother? And guys, sorry, I'm not as talkative or loud tonight. My voice is or my throat's definitely going through it, you know. All right, the front of this is almost done. We just need to add in the menu buttons. So let's go ahead and do that. But guys, again, if you are new here, I would encourage you to take a look at our website. which is pinned in the TikTok bio, or if you simply just want to go to your favorite web browser and type in getagripgaming.com, you guys can see all the options we have. How many are we making tonight? I made a couple earlier. I didn't want to go live for some of those, simply because I'm not feeling the greatest, so I don't know how long the live will be. Who knows? Maybe I'll go live for like 5 hours, especially if it's popping off in here. But I've got 4 next to me, which are already done because it's a Friday night, and obviously the builders aren't building on a Friday night, and it's just going to be me. So 4 I can show you guys for sure. How long did it take you to get pretty good at soldering? Augustin, what you really need when soldering is the right equipment. It's tough to say. It's tough to say how good you'll get just based on all the different things you're doing. If you're doing the same task over and over and over again, you're going to get much better at it faster than if you were doing like different soldering tasks all the time. Do you know what I mean by that? Let me actually check this order, guys. I want to see what we're looking at here. That's not the right order. Okay, so they do have the tactile bumpers and triggers, which I'm going to show you guys right now. I just got to get the equipment for it. You love the mini tool set. Yeah, this is what our competitors use to build. We actually use real tools over here. Repair in places. Get an old beat up controller or motherboard and just go to town practicing. Yeah, that's true. You for sure could do that just to practice. That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. So what we do is we take these out of the packaging, guys, which we make these. You know, these are our own custom flex pieces here, as I like to call them. And then because they are brand new like that, sometimes there's these little plastic like bumps. Solder King said, you had me at soldering. Yeah, that's right, brother. No, these do not work. It's just for looks. They don't actually work. It'd be cool though. Peanut, the only thing we do for Xbox right now is the TMR joysticks. So we have had several orders of those yet. But in terms of the customization, we don't do anything for Xbox just yet, guys. Also, we're already at 2K likes, so I appreciate all my like warriors. You guys are the bomb. You guys are the bomb. And actually, to do this properly, I'm just going to take this back out because I don't have the brackets in yet. It's just a lot easier to do this. Bob, appreciate that follow. Drama with the follow. Thank you, guys. So we're installing the tactile bumpers and triggers right now. So we'll just pop those into place. And then we need to get the remapping. I just call them the terminal pads onto each other. Push them into place so they stay. Peanut, appreciate that follow, man. It's coming soon though, brother. It's coming soon. We got a lot of exciting stuff for 2025. We're currently in the process of a really fun mold, which we think is going to be a game changer. So we're very excited about that. So they're getting some orange triggers here. These might look backwards to you guys, but this is how the controller is facing. So left is on the right, right's on the left. And we're just going to start on this side. There's essentially like a little lip that you need to make sure it goes under here. And then you have to get it above the spring. So just like that, you'll pop it into place. And I do make this look easy. I don't know if you guys have ever tried this yourself, but it can get very tedious and confusing with all the parts hanging out. And then there's a really particular way these go in. You have to make sure they slide in all the way, especially with version 5 of the controller. So I'm just going to make sure that these are in correctly. There we go. So now you see how it's a smooth press, just like that. They redesigned these. They used to be, I'll show you what like the metal prongs look like. And if for those of you on YouTube, you guys get a much better view of what we're doing simply because you get 2 views. You get like the whole desk with the PC and the side view too. But see this little metal thing? That's what this used to be, and these used to be two separate pieces. They join them into one, which actually makes my life harder, as well as the builders, but that's okay. We can adapt to the different versions they do. They're always just trying to save money. You're gonna have to follow me on YouTube. Yeah, brother, I would for sure appreciate that. YouTube is the better view. Like, if you're gonna stay and watch the stream, you might as well watch it on YouTube, simply because of the view. It's just significantly better than TikTok. 100-pound pug. Appreciate the follow, brother. There we go. Looks like that one's in smoothly as well. Nice. Okay. And again, guys, I'm sorry I'm not as like loud tonight or talkative. Throats felt better before. So we're gonna pop these in, and the first thing we're gonna do once these are done is actually screw these into the bracket. When I get home, I will. I'm currently clocking out of work. Augustin, don't do this while you're working, bro. Silly goose. Don't get in trouble. But this is what it's going to look like, guys. It's going to look pretty sweet. They do have a light purple trim as well. Here, I'll show you without it falling out. That's the trim that's going to go on this. It's going to look pretty cool. I don't know if we've had an orange and light purple one before, but it's going to look sweet. So they do have a lot of fun upgrades on this one. They are having the Hall effect joysticks on this with glow in the dark thumbsticks. And then they do have our 4 remappable paddles. So that is going to come later. It's actually a light purple back shell with the 4 paddles. Yeah, it's a funky combo. I like it too. I like it when people get creative with the combos. Like, it's definitely a unique controller. Like, almost no one's going to have a similar looking controller than you, which is pretty cool. Alright, so we're getting this screwed in, and the reason I like to do this first is because this secures the front shell with the inner parts here. It's just way easier to work once these are actually secured in here. I work at the mine and everyone is staring at the clock to go home. That's hilarious. You used it on your car? You used what? Wait. The trim piece that comes black on. Oh, I got you. You're talking about, I mean, he's talking about this, but he's talking about the stock one. I would say be super careful. Like, you need to remove this if you're ever going to try spraying it. And then obviously you got to know what you're doing when you're using like spray cans, because those little particles you can breathe in and they're terrible for you. But you can definitely spray something like this. I would discourage anyone from spraying something like the front shell or the buttons, because when you add an extra layer on things, sometimes they like rub together and they don't actually function properly. But you could probably get away with the trim, no problem. Oh, if you've got a spray gun, then you're probably fine. You know what you're doing if you've got a spray gun, I hope. All right, let's get the rest of these screws in. I'm not going to use my slow screwdriver. I'm going to use the faster one for these. Just makes my life a lot easier. How's the music, guys? Do you want me to turn it up a little bit? Or are we fine where we're at? How's the music on YouTube? I've always wondered that. What do you guys think on YouTube? Can you guys hear it okay? Like, is it too loud? Perfect? Alright, Augustin. Sounds good, brother. Drive safe, man. For sure. Oh, you just finished another car using that same gun? That was a silver with bluish tint. Nice, dude. That probably looks really good, then. So you like spray cars all the time. Yeah, you know what you're doing, then. That's good. Alright. we're at the process where I'm gonna go ahead and put in the trigger inserts here. So all I gotta do is pop these in. I'd say the music volume is good. Okay, nice. That's TikTok, but how about YouTube? Ashton, you're going over on YouTube. Appreciate you, bro. What a goat. This guy lives in New Zealand. I wish we could get him a controller though. He's always a big supporter. We do just ship in the US, guys. It's just too complicated to ship otherwhere or anywhere else. And when I mean complicated, like the import fees and taxes and duties and just dealing with all the nonsense that comes with international shipping, it's just the worst. So frankly, it's just not worth it to do international orders at this point. If we get a hub somewhere else, then we'll consider doing international orders again. You guys know what I mean? But yeah, just a chill stream tonight, guys. All right, we just popped those in. And we're going to get these inserted. So you sort of just like slot them in. This is version 5, which are actually more difficult to do than the other versions for the bumpers and triggers. But let's give this a listen. There's that one. Sometimes you got to make sure it's like in the right spot. W Tiny Tools. You like those, brother? Security offers YouTube much better view. Little Guy Gaming on YouTube says, is this whole build orange? No, it's actually orange and light pink. Excuse me, light purple. Those tiny tools are tough, yeah. Little baby wrench, yeah, it's pretty fun. Alright, that sounded really good. Let's find the inserts for these. When I say inserts, I'm literally just talking about like tiny pieces of paper that we use to secure this. Before we put in the adhesive. So that is good. We'll adjust it, like adjust a tad bit then into the music. So just like that, that's all we need on this one, and we can start working on the other side. It's the same thing, so we'll just slide this into place. You just do 2 sides of it. Nice, this one's really good from the get-go. We always make sure they're doing, whoops, let me make sure this is on right, hold on. We always make sure they're obviously activating properly at the end of the day, but some just start out easier than the other ones. That's nice, but I'd ironically die if I had to look at that for longer than an hour. Chaotic, what color would you do then, brother? How do you desolder the joystick from the motherboard? I got everything. I ended up going with just the stock Midnight Edge due to the prices, and the warranties are just not... King, we're out of Ohio, brother, in the United States. All right, let's get this secured, guys. This is the last thing before we can move on to the other processes. Yo, Levi with the follow. Arm with the follow. Krona with the follow. Actually, with the number 3 gifter badge, we appreciate you. All right, there's that one. Yo, Tawani with the followers. Soldier G42 with the follow. Guys, welcome in. Looks like TikTok finally got the next batch of viewers in here, so we're excited about that. We're in the middle of this process, guys, so we're just installing the tactile bumpers and triggers. You'd personally go with the black and gold accent, or green, or dark blue and dark purple. We do have like that dark purple. Actually looks sweet. Actually, purple and orange look really good together. What I've seen that is really nice that people do is the purple with the light purple. I think that just looks so clean. I'm gonna turn this particular song down. Just not a super fan of it, you know? Alright, these should be good. Can you make it cheaper? Guys, if you really want a cheaper controller, yeah, these are awesome. You guys listen to that? Yo, Bob with a ton of GGs. Bob, we appreciate you, brother. Elizabeth from YouTube, how's it going? Little Guy Gaming from YouTube says, because you know the controller I have now has 3 orange blinks. Oh yeah, that's right, bro. Yeah, that's right. Our prices, guys, honestly, like, I'll be straight with you. Some of this stuff you can get like retail. You can get this stuff retail, but our prices are sometimes cheaper than the retail prices. So one, you could try and do this yourself and get this retail. But Mr. Blick Gaming, yes, sir. Hall effect and mouse click triggers. That's actually installed on both of these. Bob says, I'll have to check out your site. Guys, if you do want to see the site, the website is getagripgaming.com. The link is in the TikTok bio. If it doesn't work, excuse me, if it doesn't work, simply just go to your browser and type in getagripgaming.com. We do repair as well, guys. That whole process is seen on the website. If you have any questions about it, you could just send us an email. So for example, guys, can you use that baby hammer? What would you want me to use it on? Like it doesn't actually work. Technically, I could probably use this. Hold on, let me try it. Oh, it doesn't fit. I tried it, guys. I tried it. You guys could go to our website to see all of our different options, though. But let me grab the paste here. If you guys have never seen soldering before, I'm actually going to show you guys what that looks like. So we're just going to apply some flux. And all flux does is it takes the wire and the metal part on the ends. It just allows it to adhere better to the actual board. So I'm just going to quickly get the solder soaked in some tin. And then just like that, guys, we're going to reapply the rumble motors here. So there's one, and then we'll do the next one. You can't just do this in any order. You need to make sure you're doing them in the correct order. You put another comment in, but it's longer, so I don't know if you can read it. I don't know if it came through, bro. I don't know if it came through. It has 3 or 4 blinks. That's the only one I saw, bro. All I know is if your controller has 3 or 4 blinks and they're orange, like you might have destroyed your motherboard. Yeah, that's correct, Chaotic. That's why we always recommend people, like, if they don't know what they're doing, one, the equipment to do that sort of stuff is very pricey if they don't already have it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to get a solder machine. You need the flux. You need the solder wick. You need the tin. Like you'd have to buy a bunch of stuff just to do this. And then if you do it wrong, like, it personally took me a few controllers before I even did one right. I mean, I've done probably thousands at this point, but it's just not worth it, like, destroying a controller. Like, just pay somebody else to do it, plus all the time out the window too. And we have a 1-year warranty, guys, on like everything we do. All right, so just like that, we've soldered the rumble motors back on this. So that means this guy wanted vibration enabled on his controller. We're also installing the speaker. This is one of the newer ones. We're installing the speaker back into the middle of the controller. And then we're simply just going to push in the motherboard. You do need to make sure that a lot of the wires are out of the way. And then there's a remapping chip in the middle. So let me get the right camera angle on that. Sorry guys, just had to look at it closer. Okay. And now we will move, there's one little piece over here we have to actually slide over. There we go. Now we can close this. So this is all closed up, and we're just going to apply the touchpad sensor, like this ribbon cable, back into the motherboard, which is sometimes really tricky because these are like Legos from hell. They're just so tiny to work with. Nice. Okay. Broke boy, how to fix stick drift and right analog. By the way, guys, if you're new here, you might not know this, but if you head on over to our TikTok page, the first pinned video on our page shows you guys how you can try and fix your stick drift temporarily for free. Okay? Chaotic says, so that's why I choose the Edge, since the warranty is everything, no restrictions for 2 years. Brother, I don't know if you've ever actually had to deal with their warranty or customer service or whatever, but I can promise you they don't cover the things you think they're going to cover. Like if your joysticks give out on you, that's they just make you buy more. And I don't even know if the joysticks are available on their website. People price gouge and buy those, and then they sell them for double. So do you prefer for stick drift a new controller, or what option? Broke boy, if you can't fix it using that TikTok video that I just told you about, what we would recommend is installing either the Hall Effect joysticks or the TMR joysticks, which would be like considered the best. These are basically stick drift free. You're not going to get any stick drift with these. So we do sell those on our website. The other option, guys, is if you want your controller repaired, like let's say you have a controller and the stick drift is so bad you don't even want to play with it anyway. If you're in the market for a new controller, you can ship that particular controller in and fully customize it and upgrade it to basically get a brand new controller. You know what I mean? So head on over to the website, guys. The website is getagripgaming.com, and you guys can check out all of our options on there. I'm going to plug this controller in right now and basically pre-test this. Let's go ahead and retry. Hold on. Chaotic says, I don't suggest that though. If you're going to spend that money, it's better to get a new base instead. Chaotic, I would actually disagree with you, because if depending on what they upgrade, you're saying since any structure issues, they will obviously stay beyond. What do you mean structure issues to the controller? I'm a little bit confused by that. Like, if you guys have a controller that has stick drift, we will completely replace your joystick module with Hall Effect or TMR joysticks. Okay, your board is going to be fine. The boards are usually always good. But once that's done, you would essentially select the other upgrade or the other upgrades. So if you want like face, mouse, button click, like we would completely take out the membrane, essentially making it new. And we would install like the mouse click face buttons. Same thing with the bumpers and triggers. That membrane is taken out, and we would install the tactile bumpers and triggers so they're like brand new. What's good, Dalton? Yeah, brother. Front of the controller looks like this. It's gonna get this light purple trim on it as well, and then these are glow-in-the-dark joysticks. We don't do anything with scuff, guys. Unfortunately, we are looking into it since so many people want us to do it. Yeah, it does look clean. I think it looks really good. We are looking into it, guys, but it's just not one of those things we want to prioritize right now. Little Guy Gaming says, when I get the money for it, I'm going to buy a new PS5 controller because the price for replacement 1-1 board, you could get a new controller for cheaper. Yes, that's true. I'm going to buy a new PS5, replace the one I have because of... Yeah, that's right. Would it be cheaper just to buy a new controller? Charlie Brown, it depends like what you want out of your controller. Like if you just want a stock controller, potentially, could I just get mouse click triggers and normal membrane face buttons? Yes, you could. Where did you get the mat? Oh, the blue mat? Mr. Dummy, all you gotta do is go on Amazon for that one. It's just called a solder pad. Just a solder pad, my friend. So we're gonna pop this out. All right, let's go over a few of the other builds we did, guys. Should make a YY macro button for COD. We don't do anything that would be considered cheating, like for macros. But what he's talking about, you could easily do with the back buttons and paddles. So let's take this one for example, guys. This one actually has the mouse click bumpers and triggers. If you guys take a look. And then this has the stock face buttons, like just like that person was asking if we do that. So I can use a controller I already have and put mouse click triggers in. That is correct, Matthew. All you would do is basically send it in for the repair and upgrade, and then you would select tactile bumpers and triggers, and then maybe like Hall effect joysticks or TMR joysticks so your controller actually lasts you. And then you can use your controller and get things upgraded for it. It has to be the right version of the controller. So a lot of the versions, if you have a super old controller, we can't do those, but versions 3 and up. So you'll see like BDM 050, this is version 5 of the motherboard. If you have versions 3, 4, and 5, we can do all those different upgrades. I have no idea on the PS5 Pro, brother. Could you use it with back triggers on console? For sure, Cody. That's literally what this is for. All of these are console. Chaotic, I'm a little bit confused, brother. Are you team GGG or are you just here to like spice up the chat? The joysticks do have mouse click if they're Hall effect joysticks or TMR joysticks. This also has our split D-pad, guys. I mean, how could you use YY with the back triggers on console? Bro, all you would do is you would essentially bind this, you would bind this to Y, and then you could, it's easy to double click. You get what I mean? Like if this was jump and this was like triangle or whatever. Cody, we only do PS5, brother, for the time being. You get what I mean? But like these buttons here, guys, you can remap these to the different face buttons as well. So you'll essentially play, and then if you're going to press X, maybe you have one of these bound to X, and so you would just press the back paddle instead of pressing X over here, so you keep your thumbs on the thumbsticks. You know what I mean? And then, guys, this actually has our 8 remappable buttons on PS5. 8 remappable buttons. Mike, appreciate that follow, brother. Guys, welcome in. For anyone wanting to see like what their particular controller would cost, all you'd have to do is go to getagripgaming.com. Getagripgaming.com. And you guys will be able to customize your controller. You can check it out for free. You can customize things for free. That would be painful to learn. Actually, a lot of people really like it simply because we have 2 top buttons here. So you guys can keep your thumbs on the thumbsticks for as long as possible. These do have like caps as well. I'll show you one of them. So like if you left it on like this, you have the domed cap, and we do have the concave one as well. But yeah, this is a really sweet build. They have the split D-pad, so we individualized the button press on here. So you guys can press those independently, and it's not based on like a rocker system. And then we also have on this one, guys, you can take a look and see that they have interchangeable joysticks. So literally you could just pop these off, and then you can have other joystick options. Let me go ahead and show you guys those options right now. Hold on, let me grab the bag. So here, take a look at these. You have the increased height one that's concaved. You have the increased height one that's domed as well. So if you guys are used to doing like control freaks on your joysticks or whatever, these are perfect for that because you can just swap them out. Or like a mid-sized mid-sized dome as well. Super rubbery, guys. These will hold your thumbs like forever. They're fantastic. Do you think taller sticks actually helps you with aim, makes your response slower? Cody, that is, once you get increased heights on your thumbsticks, you're probably going to want to change your sensitivity. Once you change your sensitivity, they can be just as responsive. They're for micro movements. So let me show you what I mean by that. What is the split D-pad? I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second here too. Let me talk about these first for a second, Matthew. This is the increased thumbstick for the height. So like if you adjust your sensitivity, you can have like some really micro movements that you barely need to move your finger to do it all, but you still have those like macro larger movements. So a lot of people really like this for their right thumbstick. You know what I mean? Yeah, chaotic is correct. You can press the left and right at the same time. Good for fighting game inputs. So take a look at this, guys. This is like a stock D-pad. Do you see how when I press this, the whole D-pad moves? Do you guys see how it's like based on a rocker system? Do you see this? Compare that to the split D-pad where they're individualized. No other buttons are moving. This is the tactile as well. So technically, you could press all four at once if you want to. Fighting games are incredibly good for the split D-pad. Really, really good, guys. A lot of people even like these for first-person shooters as well. So this one has mouse click. It's got Hall effect joysticks. Tactile face buttons, guys. 8 remappable buttons. This is like a fully upgraded controller. And it looks awesome, too. Matthew, appreciate that follow. Brother, let me show you the split D-pad again. This is what a normal D-pad looks like. Do you see how it's all one piece, how it's molded? It's just one piece, and then it's based on a rocker system like this. The way we've done it is we've individualized those buttons, so each one of these is separate. So again, you just press one of them at the same time. Or one of them individually. You get what I mean? Yeah, the all black. Guys, this was a bunch of stock options. So a lot of these actually save them a ton of money because they selected stock options for like almost everything. See the back shell? Everything is stock, guys. The only thing they got like aftermarket would be the joystick rings, which are white. They got the mesh membrane face buttons, but they did get the tactile bumpers and triggers and the 2 paddles on the back. And then the interchangeable joysticks. So like most of this controller is going to be stock except for the particular upgrades that they want. If you guys are short on cash and you don't want like a full customized controller, or maybe you do but you can't afford it, the stock options are probably your best bet for a lot of things, and then just get the upgrades that you guys want. You can customize PS5 controllers, brother. How much? Guys, you're going to want to head to the website. The website is getagripgaming.com. Because there you guys will be able to see all the different options for price ranges. I can't even give you a number because it just depends on what you're getting. Here's also our Pro controller. So Hall effect joysticks. It's got tactile face buttons, mouse click, bumpers, and trigger. This one has 4 remappable paddles on it. Guys, 1-year warranty on everything we do. All of our controllers come to the custom carrying case as well. But these controllers are like basically ready to ship. Like here's another one with no back paddles on it. It's the same thing. What do you do when you get stick drift on a custom controller? Are you saying you have a controller that gets stick drift? It's probably from Scrub. How long are the motherboard and stick drift warranties for? Chaotic, obviously if you have a controller from us, everything is covered for a year. Everything is covered for a year. Unless you get the stock joysticks, which are the potentiometer joysticks, those are not covered because we do offer Hall effect or TMR joysticks. You get what I mean? So like we offer that, and if it gets stick drift, we're not going to cover it because you guys didn't select those and knowing that you're going to try and save some money. But like we know that we gave a solution for it, which is Hall effect or TMR joysticks. Are the joysticks easy to replace? No. There's 14 different pins on these. Okay, so that's 14 in, 14 when we do a new one. So that's 28 times 2. That's 56 times we're soldering those points just to get the joysticks in. Does that make sense? All right, let me put these away for just a second here, guys. Let's get back to the other build. That's surprising. Majority have a 90-day or 30-day motherboard / stick drift warranty. Yeah, we do a year. So that's, I don't know how many times better. So if I buy a controller from you and it gets stick drift, what do I have to do? BMW, if you get the Hall Effect or TMR joysticks, you just ship it back to us and we'll replace it for free. We do not replace scuffs. No. We do not do that. Again, guys, if you want the stick drift free options, that's Hall Effect or TMR joysticks. Chaotic, that's correct. You guys cover the shipping for repairs. I actually was not getting a signal on this. Oh, you mean just the joysticks in those? Just the joysticks on those? Yeah, again, we don't do anything with that particular company right now. We are looking into it though. Like if you guys want some of those repaired, we're gonna start taking a look at those. Chris, appreciate that follow. Cam, what's up, brother? Take this off for just a second. How much would it cost me to get mouse click and side panels and stick drift prevention? Mouse click, bumpers, and trick. Oh gosh, I'd have to look, guys. Let me just take a look right now. Hold on. Okay, mouse click, bumpers, and triggers. These are going to be 40. The tactile face buttons are 30. The 4 remappable paddles are 40. The Hall Effect joysticks are 45. TMR joysticks are 55. You're into this stuff, Chris? Awesome, man. Well, welcome. You're probably going to like this stuff then. So I was not getting a response from this motherboard specifically, which is interesting. So we're probably going to have to take a look at this. Let me turn on my solder here. I'm basically going to take this one off. Can you just have instant triggers? It's all 4 chaotic. It's bumpers and triggers. We cannot upgrade the joysticks for the DualSense Edge. You gonna order from us on your birthday, brother? That's awesome. I can't wait for it. That's exciting. All right, the solder is getting warmed up right now, guys, and we're gonna take this off. We're probably gonna take this under the micrometer later, just to see what the issue was with like the power consumption. Sammy says I've bought one of these controllers and it's the best controller ever. Sammy, we appreciate you, brother. I'm glad you're still liking it, man. They're third-party Hall Effect modules. Yeah, you guys need to be very careful when ordering Hall Effect joysticks and make sure they're the right ones. Because we have the real ones. Otherwise, you guys can get some like knockoff brand ones. They're just terrible. These are the real ones. What stuff would you recommend for COD / Warzone? Brother, I would definitely say for you, you're going to want interchangeable joysticks. Okay. Trey, appreciate that follow, which we just talked about. Like this guy. When I mean interchangeable, like you can just swap these out for different joysticks to help out with that. To help out with that shooting aim, like your right finger for the aiming, because you can increase the height or do whatever you want. What difference Hall Effect, real or fake, buy online? Ghostface, you're probably going to want to buy from us if you do the Hall Effect joysticks, just because we get the real ones. We are going to start releasing DIY joysticks if you guys want to try that yourself, but we don't have that up on the website yet. We are starting to do custom orders for that, though, if you guys wanted to take a look at that. Do you have any left DualSense Pro controller? No, we don't. Sorry, brother. But interchangeable joysticks, to answer your question about Warzone, brother, I would definitely say Hall Effect or TMR joysticks so you don't get stick drift, right? And then some sort of back paddle, like 2 paddle or 4 paddle would probably work best for Warzone. And then whatever you want, like for the buttons or triggers. A lot of times people get the mouse click bumpers and triggers just because they're so fast and snappy for FPS games. DIY means do it yourself. DIY, do it yourself. Make sense? Killer with the follow. King with the follow. Yeah, I think some people over there think the odd. I think you're trying to say they overestimate how good they're going to be at soldering. Guys, it is very difficult to do this though. Bro, I got a $20 Power A controller with black panels and trigger stops. It got stick drift in less than a year. Yeah, brother. Lindsay, we don't do Xbox yet. The only thing we do for Xbox is actually swap out the joysticks for TMR joysticks. Sammy says, yeah, I got tactile face buttons, bumpers, and triggers, and it's the fastest thing ever. Sammy, can we pull up your order right now? What's the... how do I try and do this discreetly? How long ago did you order this? I'm probably gonna have to scroll through a lot of orders. What's the, let me just take a look at this. Hold on. We do not have a keyboard. I wish we did. That'd be cool. Let me check. Sammy, did you get a white touchpad, white trim, black primary buttons, black D-pad? Did you do that? We should make mouses for real, for real. Guys, we do want to expand into different things. That's what you got? Okay, guys, let's go over Sammy's order because he's in here right now, okay? Brother, there's no, you have to literally, white boy, if you want to send us an actual email, we'll take care of you. We literally don't have anything on Xbox on the website at all. We would have to do a custom order for you. I like a board that charges the controller. You mean just like a, yeah, for white boy, go ahead and send us like an email on the website, and I know it's pretty late, but I'm sure someone will get back to you probably tomorrow when they review some things. Guys, real quick, let's go over Sammy's order, okay? So he has, obviously he's got the normal controller. He didn't want the haptics. So what we did for Sammy is we cut these wires here so there's no vibration whatsoever. His front shell is white, the touchpad was white, the trim was white. He basically got all white and black. And then he did get the Hall effect joysticks. We did a custom order for him. I can't really explain too much on that one, but he got the upgraded ones. He does have the tactile bumpers and triggers and the tactile face buttons. I don't think he has any back paddles or anything, but that's just the way that he wanted it. Sage, all we do is custom PS5 controllers, brother. You could head to the website. It's getagripgaming.com. Everything we do is in the United States. How much would that be for a custom Xbox controller? I know you're talking to someone else, just wondering. Lindsay, the only thing we do for Xbox is the TMR joysticks. Yeah, if you play claw, you don't necessarily need paddles, but for those people who hate playing claw, paddles are amazing. Is there any way that you could make like a PS5 controller base built, but build for Xbox? If you guys want anything with Xbox, but you want a PS5 controller, what you're going to want to look for is actually an adapter. You can have a wired adapter or Bluetooth adapter that allows you to use a PS5 controller on your Xbox. Bonnie says, wire its guts out. What have you done? Bonnie, we're actually customizing a controller right now. I'll show you a couple. Let me go ahead and turn the solder off so I don't burn anything. Can I buy a controller? Do I have to choose a custom one? You just literally want to buy a controller from us? Any suggestions on I think it's called it's like a Brooks adapter. I think it has like a chameleon as a logo. Those are the most popular. Is there any way to paddles on a controller that doesn't have pedals like a regular PS5 controller? Huh? How is it better? Again, guys, you have 8 remappable buttons on this. You don't even have to have your thumbs leave the thumbsticks. You can literally just press these like normal. Bonnie, I'm glad you like it. Tactile face buttons, mouse click, bumpers and triggers, Hall effect joysticks, so this thing's not going to get stick drift. Vonquez, appreciate that follow. Thank you so much. Anja, I hope that answers your question, brother. 1-year warranty on everything we do. Let's show you guys another one. This one actually has adjustable triggers, so meaning you can swap them out, just like that. You can go play Rivals and Roblox? Awesome, man. Hope you enjoy the rest of your night. It's fantastic. They got stock on a bunch of this stuff, so they saved themselves a bunch of money. How long is build time for Hall Effect? It's normal build time, brother. Again, some other companies out there, guys, the build time is like 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, that's crazy. We will build yours in 2 to 3 days and ship it out. Easy as that. Mouse click bumpers and triggers. And then they actually have 2 remappable paddles back here, which are super durable. Everett, appreciate that follow. If that's the case, I'm going to have to get a custom PS5 controller as well. Brother, do your research on that for sure. Like, have you ever used one before? How to Hall Effect feel in Call of Duty? Ryder Lee, it just depends on what you're used to. A lot of people are used to the stock potentiometers. Let me show you guys what those look like. These blue ones are like the Alps. These are the stock potentiometers that everyone hates. Some people like the way that they feel, though, in terms of like moving the joystick. If that's what you guys are into, then you might just have to have your joysticks replaced more frequently. We do the stock joystick replacement, but like, you know, it does get pretty pricey if you guys have to ship it in like every 6 months. You know what I mean? So you could just go with the Hall Effect or TMR joysticks and just get used to them. You get what I mean? Took you 1 month? That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, I personally like the PS designs simply because they have the symmetrical joysticks. Do we fix PS2 controllers? No. That's going to be tough to find. Those are pretty... I'm sure someone does them online, but we don't do those because our big thing is customization. You know what I mean? Big thing is customization. How many employees you doing controllers and are fully tested before shipping? Danny, 100% of our controllers are tested and gameplay tested before we ship them out. I am the owner though, yes. Paul, appreciate that follow, brother. I got an old PS2 controller with the clear plastic I'd like fixed. Yeah, I wish I could help you out, brother. We don't do anything with the PS2 though. There's just not enough demand for that. You know, we might get like 1 out of 100 people saying that that's what they want, but it's, you know, it's rare to see that. Can we just order the module from you? Right, or what module? You're saying the joystick module? If you guys just want the joystick module, you will have to go to our website and send us a custom email. But yes, we do sell just the joystick modules, and they are the authentic ones. All right, so like I was saying, guys, when we installed this board, Ryder, did you want the Hall Effect or the TMR? This thumbstick is the glow in the dark. It does glow in the dark. However, sometimes these wear over time. Like if you guys really use these a lot, these can wear. So just keep that in mind. My best recommendation for the joysticks is the interchangeable ones. Those are just the best. The Hall Effect? Yeah, brother, we got you. How many did you want? Just 2 of them? Oh, you thought it was the LED light? Norris, appreciate that follow, brother. But again, guys, we weren't getting power with this particular one. So we're going to take this under the micrometer. It's probably something to do with like this stock controller, because that was the only modification done to this one. So we'll have to take a look at this. We don't usually like test the stock controllers out of the box before we do anything on them, because they should be fine. But there are situations where like literally we get controllers and they just don't work out of the box and they're brand new. So it happens to us too. You know what I mean? But that's why we do all these modifications, because we upgrade them and make them way better. Yeah, Ryder, go ahead and send us an email through the website and we'll get you covered, okay? Would be cool to have all clear everything to see the insides. Danny, we are looking into that. You know, probably later this year. Actually, a few months. Oh, excuse me. He says, is that your orange controller? I don't know whose it is, actually. I'd have to check the name, but we don't give out that kind of information on live, obviously. Danny says, nice, nice. So what we are actually going to do, guys, is we're going to take a look at the joystick modules here. I'm going to do a bit of soldering just to get this prepped, just to show you guys how much work it is to swap out the joysticks, because that's what's needed. So let me go ahead and get the solder going again, and then you guys are going to see some fun stuff with the joystick replacement here. I'm not even going to do the full process just because it is so time consuming, but I am going to get everything prepared for this. Always recommend moving the battery away when you're doing some sort of soldering, as well as the actual controller. So I'm just going to move it back here. You'd be able to see what I was talking about if you were on the YouTube. That has a really cool view for you guys. Cam, if you want me to personally build your controller, that's more than fine. What you need to do, though, is put in the builder notes that you want the owner or Mr. Grip to build this on TikTok, and then we would just find some time for you, you know, to schedule that out. You get what I mean? Vicious says, what does it mean when your controller moves on its own? Brother, that is called stick drift. Okay? What you're going to need to do is head on over to our TikTok and take a look at our first pinned video. If that video does not work for you guys, what he's asking about is to see if how you can fix stick drift. If that video does not work for you guys, it is also a temporary fix. What we would recommend is if you guys send in your controller to us, we can install Hall Effect or TMR joysticks. Is it fixable? It's a brand new PS5 controller. Vicious, if it's brand new, that website should help you out. I probably just saved you like $60, brother. You're welcome. Okay, what I'm gonna do, guys, now is essentially get the solder going, and I'm prepping the solder joints for when we do the wick. So the wicks here is what we remove the solder with. So if you guys are curious on how to actually, you know, install your own joysticks, then this is for you. You would have to prep this kind of stuff. Vicious, give that a try and let us know if it works, okay? You do need a desktop or a PC to connect your controller to, and you would just plug it in with the USB-C cord and then follow those instructions just like in that video, okay? And then if it works, just please comment, because it's helped so many people. Again, we don't make any money from that, guys, but if it can help you out, by all means, you know, we're happy to provide some value for you. How to fix hole in the wall after throwing a controller. Danny, that is probably, what do they call it? Stucco? What do you guys call that stuff? Anyway, this is what it looks like to prep this stuff, and then we're going to need to do the wick later. You're an outstanding guy. Thanks, bro. We got you, brother. We got you. Danny sent some corn. Yum, yum. All right, you guys are going to hear me. Don't take this the wrong way. You guys are going to hear me blowing because I don't want to turn on my fume extractor while on live. It's just really loud. So I do have to blow the fumes away because I don't want them in my face. All right, so that's what you guys are going to hear. All right, so that's just one, right? I got you, Danny. Enjoy your night, brother. Stay safe. Is that blowing too loud in your ear? There's no better way to phrase that. I'm sorry, guys. There's no better way to say that. Okay, so what am I doing, right? What this is here, guys, this is 10, and then this is the actual solder. I've got this at 750 Fahrenheit, which this board can handle because I'm not actually touching the PCB. I'm simply touching the solder points, and it's not like the whole board is getting hit at 750 degrees. It's literally just the solder point, and then you remove it pretty quickly. So that is what I'm doing right now. And then this is to make sure that it has the new solder tin on it for when we go to use the wick. So you just kind of rub it around on there. And just like that, we're prepping this to get uninstalled, because a lot of the solder that's currently on the board is just old. So this is the process. You know, if you guys were to order joysticks, from us, this is something you'd have to do. There are things called ground pins as well, which take a little bit longer to heat up. You can identify those. With just the way they look on the board. Also, it doesn't matter that we have a short here. And what a short is, guys, is essentially when the metal connects, because we're going to take this off. It doesn't matter that they're connected right now. You get what I mean? It's not like this is the final product. So this will get cleaned up later, but it doesn't actually matter that we have that now. Yo, Scrubbles, appreciate that follow, brother. Welcome in. So that's one of the ground cables. That's, you got to heat those up a little bit more. All right, just like that. And then we're going to do the other side as well. And again, guys, right now I'm about 1/9 of the way done with the steps to get the holophonic joysticks installed. So when people are like, "Oh, why are they so expensive?" It's because it takes a lot of time to actually get these things done and done correctly. You get what I mean? So if you're thinking about doing this yourself, sometimes it is cheaper just to have someone do it for you. Especially because myself and builders do this literally all day. Darian says, "Hey, what's going on here, brother? I'm actually the owner of Get a Grip Gaming, and I'm showing some people what it looks like to get some holophonic joysticks installed, and we also showed some of our custom controllers as well." Harrison says, "I've got stick drifts on 2 controllers for the PlayStation. I need them fixed." Brother, you are in luck. We do the repairs on the stick drift issues with holophonic or TMR joysticks. So you're for sure going to want to take a look at our website. We do have the repair/mailing controller option on there. If you send in 2, you do get a nice discount too. Darian, appreciate that follow, brother. Welcome in. Do you know how to put a mod chip on a Switch? Gamma, I could probably figure it out, but we don't do those right now. I remember I tried replacing mine on a Nacon controller and it would not turn on again. Yeah. Danny, you're going to want to look for a video we have on our TikTok. Let me try not to burn myself. It looks like this, and I've got the joystick modules in my hands. It's one of our pinned videos that talks about, the difference between the potentiometer, which are the stock options, the holophonic joysticks, and the TMR joysticks as well. So I think you're really going to like that video. All right, the last 3 here, guys. Hold on, I gotta play a mini game to stay live on TikTok. They make me like slide a puzzle piece. Harrison says, "How many you repaired your whole life?" Bro, I don't know. We're easily hundreds, possibly thousands. You get what I mean? Like, I've lost count for how many I've personally done. Our builders as well. I think we've got one guy who's been doing this even longer than me. Yeah, we know what we're doing though, brother. That's for sure. Okay. So at this point in the process, I'm like 2/9 of the way done with the controller for the holophonic joysticks. That's how much work these things take. So the rest of this does require a fume extractor, which I don't usually like doing on TikTok Live or YouTube Live because it is so loud. So we are going to do those later. But essentially what we're going to do, guys, is completely take these joystick modules off, get these done, and then we're going to install the holophonic joysticks. Basically, same thing. These come out, these go in, and then once these go in, we have to actually calibrate those joysticks so they're perfect. So what's the difference between a regular controller? Tyler, we do all sorts of things, brother. Let me just show you one, okay? First off, holophonic joysticks on this. This is like our pro controller. You guys can find this on the website. These are already heavily discounted. We've got tactile face buttons right here. Mouse click bumpers and triggers. Just like that. We've also got 4 remappable paddles. Am I lagging, guys? Or is Terry lying? Can you guys hear me? 4 remappable paddles on this. Mouse click bumpers and triggers. And then all the different upgrades. Again, cool cosmetics as well. 1-year warranty, comes with a custom carrying case. I sound good? Oh, you think it's his Wi-Fi? Okay. Well, Terry, I'm sorry, brother. I'm glad it's you and not me. Sorry, man. All right, let me slide this over. Let me show you guys the carrying case as well. So all of our controllers come with this, guys. Just like that. Terry says, must be me. All good, brother. Hard shell as well. Just like that. And then we've got the insides that this goes into, as well as like a nice little pocket up here. You guys can tote this around the mall. You can go anywhere you want. Just hold this, throw it over your shoulder. Probably look pretty fashionable. No, guys, we obviously just say, just put your controller in that, you know, when you're done gaming, cover it up just so the dust doesn't get in it. And then if you are, like, let's say going over to a friend's house and gaming, you guys can for sure put your controller back in that, and it just provides a little bit of extra security, you know? You have mouse click for trigger? Yeah, we do, Ryder, of course. Just like that. Here's for YouTube. Hall Effect has the mouse click as well. Sounds awesome. And then one really cool thing we have, guys, which actually isn't on our Pro controller, but probably should be, is the raised menu buttons, okay? Not that expensive, but what we've actually done with a custom mold is we've got the menu buttons raised up like about 2 or 3 millimeters, so you guys can press those way easier. So many controllers, they're just hard to press in, or they're like flat with the face of the controller. But when you raise them up like that, they're just way easier to press. So many people love those. And the split D-pads as well. Eric wants to know how much. Eric, I would encourage you, brother, check out our website. You can go to our TikTok profile. The link is in the bio. Guys, for anyone listening, the website is getagripgaming.com. Get a grip gaming. Just get a grip. Gaming.com. Eric, we got you, brother. But for the cheapest options, guys, again, you're going to want to look for like some of the stock cosmetics. Stock cosmetics are going to save you guys the most money, and then just get the upgrades from there. Do you have the grip on these options? We actually are coming out with some really fun stuff for that soon. Some games require to press the trigger all the way. Ryder, that is correct. That is correct. So if you guys play like racing games where you don't want the mouse click, you need like the full pull for an acceleration or something, I would recommend against the mouse click because you can't switch them out. A lot of people have like a dedicated first-person shooter controller. So if you're that sort of player, then I would recommend that's what the controller's for. What's the back for? The back, guys, is to rebind to some of the face buttons. So these give you extra inputs. So like right here, you can rebind this to jump or crouch or swap weapon or reload or emote. You know what I mean? Build wall, heal, throw grenade. You guys name it, just tons of different games. You guys can rebind these to tons of different options on the front. For the 2 paddle and 4 paddle, you guys can rebind those to L3 and R3, which is like the mouse click here. Any one of the 8 primary buttons, including the L1 and the R1. Oh, you closed out and came back in? Welcome back, Terry. What's my favorite game? Guys, my favorite game is still Apex Legends. I don't actually game that much, though. Obviously, because I've got a company to run. You know, we also have the world's first 8 remappable buttons on a PS5 controller. And then we have the split D-pad options on this. This is a pretty cool looking controller, guys. White and pink all over the place. They do have the tactile face buttons, and then the mouse click bumpers and triggers with, again, the 8 remappable buttons with our logo on there. Get a Grip Gaming. Do you guys see the logo? It's 3 Gs in the shape of a controller. Your favorite game is called Controller Gameplay. Yeah, that's right. Shadow Reaper, we don't have one for Xbox, brother. But what we do for Xbox is we install TMR joysticks. TMR joysticks for Xbox controllers in case you guys want your stick drift fixed. So we do offer that. Let me get this back over here. And then we talked about the orange controller earlier. This is actually what's going to go on the back of it. This is a light purple, and it's got the 4 remappable paddles, which just, I don't know, they feel so good, guys. The 4 remappable are just amazing. Very fast, very responsive as well. And these things are durable. These are not going to break on you. Really good stuff, guys. Have we ever broken a controller? 100%. Mainly in the earlier days when we were like prototyping and testing things out. Recently, I don't remember the last time anyone broke a controller, honestly. I know we have in the past, like probably a year and a half ago or so, but recently I cannot remember the last time we broke a controller. Sometimes we'll test things out with like the back shell, and we'll mutilate those, you know, just to test things out. But other than that, you know, we don't really mess anything up anymore. You know what I mean right now? What are we repairing right now? We were gonna do the Hall effect joysticks, but I have to run the fume extractor, and it's so loud that I can't do it on TikTok. You know what I mean? But we can get everything prepped for it. When we do the Hall effect, usually we do multiple of those at the same time to get them ready. So that's probably what we'll do. Probably what we'll do here soon. We'll do like, I don't know, 10 of them in one sitting, you know, which takes a long time. So I'm not going to try and do that tonight. I'll probably do some of that tomorrow. How much is it to fix stick drift on a PS5 controller? Terry, you're going to want to check out Run a PC Fan. Ryder, there's no way. It's going to be so much fumes coming out when we do this thing. Honestly, you need the fume extractor. Terry, you're going to want to check out our first pinned video on TikTok, brother, and see if that helps you out. That's a temporary fix, and if your joysticks are really cooked, then even that's not going to help you. Otherwise, you're going to want to look at the Hall effect or the TMR joysticks. So this is Hall effect in my left hand here. That's the orange. And then the TMR is the transparent orange. This is probably your best bet, the TMR joysticks. They're just more durable, more precise, more accurate, and they have less power consumption, which helps out the battery as well. Those are like stick drift proof. Do we have to weld those on? Yeah, we solder those on. Aldroid, appreciate that follow. Yeah, we do solder those on. Looking at one for my son that plays Fortnite. Does the mouse click and other customizations help? Paul, 100%, brother. Let me give you an example, okay? Especially if he plays Fortnite. Let me move this down so I have some space. One customization I would for sure recommend is paddles if he plays Fortnite, because there's so many different inputs that he has to have with his fingers. A lot of times in Fortnite, you need to press these 4 buttons here, and it really slows you down because this is your aiming stick, right? So you're going to move with this stick, you're going to aim with this stick. If he's aiming and has to press these different buttons, then he's taking his thumb off of the aiming stick, and he's not able to actually use that properly. So what the back paddles do is they can be rebound to any one of the 8 face buttons. He could even do L3, R3, L1, or R1, and he can rebind those to the back paddles. So rather than like moving off his finger to slide, he could slide with like this button right here. I would also recommend like the Hall effect or the TMR joysticks, because these actually are stick drift resistant. So he's not going to have to deal with stick drift. He gets those. You could do the mouse click bumpers and triggers, but depending on what your son's preferences, it just depends if he wants those or not. So you could for sure check out online. This is one of our pro controllers. It looks sweet. But all of that stuff, guys, can be found on our website. That website is getagripgaming.com. I can promise you if you get one of these for your son, he'll love it. Especially if you customize it, pretty cool. Okay, it's probably cooked because if it lets loose, the person goes in circles. Oh yeah, Terry, your joysticks are your joysticks are cooked, man. Your joysticks are cooked. Terry, if you do want some actual joystick replacement, you're gonna want to check out our website, and we do have the repair/mailing controller option. You hate pressing analog buttons, L3 and R3. Right, or yeah, you could just rebind those to some of the back paddles, and that would fix your issue right there. All right, guys, we're coming up on 10 o'clock here. Does anyone have any questions? I'll do one more question, and then I think I'll let you guys go. One more question, guys. We'll make it a good one. Who's got something good? Tyler just says, I just want Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah. GTA 6. People have been waiting years on that stuff. You know, you have to respect them really taking their time, though. GIR says, this is interesting. I never knew about this. Yeah, there's a whole world underneath of these controllers. And we try and make them as optimal as humanly possible with what we do. We're very proud of our work, guys. Very proud of our work. That game is going to be so crazy. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Ashton, that's a really good question. Okay, so Ashton just asked, Gur, appreciate that follow. Where do you see the business in a year from now? I see us in a year, guys. We're going to have Xbox. We're going to have PS4. We're going to have GameCube. And we're going to have a ton of options for PS5. I also see us in about a year expanding. We might even get, you know, all of our builders work remotely right now out of their houses. We might even get our own office space to have everyone come in and kind of get things done, you know, in one place. And then our TikTok lives will be like crazy fun because we'll have a bunch of people in it. So I do see that happening in about a year. I'm super excited about that stuff. Ryder, if you actually take a look at one of our recent posts, we are making an OG style controller, which looks like a retro, like original, you know, PlayStation controller. How do you get a custom controller? Wolfman, you're going to want to go to our website. It's getagripgaming.com and just simply Google that. Yeah, all we do is PS5, brother. You're going to have some really good options on there. So that's a great question, Ashton, but I see that's where Get a Grip Gaming is headed, and I'm really excited for it. You know, it's all because of you guys. It's all the fan base. It's all the customers. It's all the people supporting us. So you guys make the dream happen. And we do have such low return rates because people love our controllers. So we're thrilled about that too, guys. So yeah, we're on the come up. That's for sure. That's for sure. It really is. It's just a money issue at this point. Like for 2024, I'll be honest with you guys. I'll talk to you guys like you're my friends. For 2024, you know, as the owner, I think I put in about 170,000 into the business now. What would happen if I get scammed from our website? I don't think that's going to happen, brother. Can we get some controller put together walkthroughs on YouTube? That's a great question, Noja. That's a good question. We actually do. If you go to our YouTube channel, we have a lot of DIY videos that show you the process on like opening up a controller and doing the modifications. I'm sure that if you watch that, you could benefit from seeing how to like take apart a controller and whatnot and like putting it back together. You get what I mean? It might not be exactly what you're looking for. Oh, you want me talking in it? You want me to remake those videos? Abosh, appreciate that follow. Welcome in, guys. Yeah, Wolfman, we're very legitimate. If you take a look at our TikTok profile on our website, you'll understand that. You know, we have some people that actually put in the orders in the TikTok chat. Trust me, we would have been banned a long time ago if we weren't legitimate. But anyways, guys, we're a little bit past 10. Love and appreciate you guys so much. We've had a great stream. We are almost at 10,000 likes. I think we only need like a few more to hit 10K. We are past 10,000 followers on TikTok, so I'm very excited about that. It's all thanks to you guys. You guys are the goats. You guys are the goats. Did Demon get the #1 gifter badge? Appreciate you. Wolfman, we're based out of Ohio, brother. And we just hit 10,000 likes on TikTok. That is awesome. That is awesome. All right, gang. This is the point of the night. I am still trying to feel better. My throat is not feeling the greatest. Oklahoma, very cool. Very cool. You guys have an OSU there too. He says, woo, 100K or 1K, 10K, jeez. The most likes we've ever had on a TikTok live was 125,000 likes. I think it was like a 4-hour stream. It was crazy. It was a lot of fun though. It was a lot of fun. All right, gang, I'll leave you with this one last thing. Again, you guys can help us out, support, get yourself a custom controller. You guys can go to our website. It's linked in the TikTok bio. If you guys want to take a screenshot, look at this later. Or you guys can simply just Google or whatever browser you use, getagripgaming.com. Just getagripgaming.com, guys. And we'll be sure to help you guys out from there. Alrighty. If anyone has any questions, feel free to DM us or whatever. The best form of contact is through the website if you guys head on there. Plus, you guys can see all the options on the controllers. But yes, Ashton, see you next time. Guys, I appreciate it so much. And as I always like to say, gamers, stay golden. I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay safe out there, guys. Peace.